What's good, people? Welcome back to Quacker TV. I told you boys it was time to enter the big red machine, and here he is, Charizard. We needed a fire type, and the game delivered. Here we go. This team, if we can catch Charizard, my god, Salamence, Dragonite, Lapras, Chikorita, whatever it evolves into, Meganium, that's the one, Charizard, and whoever I choose my Sith to be. That is a team. That is unreal. Types covered. We could use Thunder somewhere, but we could get that on someone. So, but first, we need to capture it. And we hope and we pray. We throw a great ball. We don't want to risk hitting it again. And he gets out. And at this point, even after one great ball fail, you're like, oh, please. I need you. I already got sent away by a Vulpix. Please don't be mean as well. So we send another one. We haven't got Ultra Balls. We're not the anti-breaks out. So we send another one. And this time we get 3 shakes. Oh boy. Oh boy. He will be basically useless for the next 2 episodes because it's Flannery who's a fire type. But enter the big red machine. Enter Kane. My god. Butterfree, we hardly knew ya. Get out of there. We get trapped by an old woman who I don't really know why she doesn't want me to leave, but yeah, we abandon her. And then it's time for another encounter. We have Nidoking, so poison's covered. But Coffin, as a defensive tank, you can always do worse than Coffin. I think it's a really underrated Pokemon, in all honesty. I know it's not an S tier Pokemon at all, but get Toxic on it, get a Sludge Bomb. He'll tank a couple hits for you. So, all in all, I'd say this is a great capture. I'm sure he'll, at some point, play a big part in the team. We get the capture off pretty quickly. The Coffin's always going to be easy to catch in the Charizard. But there we go. And honestly, you're going to think this nickname is completely stupid. But I just love saying Coffin, Coffin. So we name him Coffin. And then we enter the mountain for one last encounter before we get onto the story of the episode. You'd think I'd be happy. Kingdra is amazing. Seadra isn't bad, I won't lie. But compared to Kingdra, it's just absolutely scuffed. We get a... I want to pretend I meant that. But no. We all know I've got no idea what damage calculations and stuff do. We throw a great ball at it, we get lucky, it's in the ball. And Scuff joins the team. Because, honestly, I just don't see there being much use for him. I know we've got a Fire-type gym yet next, but I just don't see him being that useful as a horsey, especially when the only water move he knows is Bubble. Water Gun's bad enough, and we're going to have to rely on that. As I said, meet Scuffed, he's sent to the box. And boy, oh boy. Somehow, you can take the London out of the boy, but you can't take the boy away from London. I still get caught up in gang warfare. I'm playing a kids game, and yet I still get caught up in gang warfare. I don't know how. I don't know why it won't leave me alone. I literally live next to Gypsy Hill, which is famous for having Gypset, one of the biggest bloody gangs in South London. I don't want to be robbed by Krypton Conan, thank you very much. I just want to play a nice kids game. But no, suddenly I've got adults saying, they're baddies, we're baddies, they're baddies, we're baddies. Some are stealing meteorites, some are trying to flood the whole world. This idiot scientist. I don't know how you see a team of 18 to 17-year-olds run up to you, say, let's go to the cave. Well, bring your famous meteorite too. And you don't think, that might be a bad idea. But anyway, my favourite animation in the game. And as usual, it's our job to clean up after the adults, so let's go and save this bloody meteorite, I guess. We walk through all of the gang warfare, something I'm very used to by now. And here we go. Meet Team Magma, the much cooler half of it, but to be honest, it's going to be a walkover until we get to the big boss. We've got Needy King and Chad. Chad and Kane, I generally couldn't think of a better team ever, to be honest. I'm so happy we have both of them. I'd die if anything happened to either. Chad gets us through pretty quickly. We want to get some levels on him. There won't be much chance coming up, especially with Father Dearest coming soon. We're going to want to get Chad as strong as possible. And quick save, heal up the Pokemon, and on to the boss fight. Here comes Maxi. Get Chad in there, he's the team's tank. He's going to absolutely clot everyone. This is going to be a walkover. Let's get into the boss fight. And here we are, because in any normal world, someone is throwing a meteorite in hopes of trying to erupt a volcano and the police just don't do anything, I guess. I mean, there's definitely police here, because if you all watch the anime, we know Officer Jenny exists. Not here, apparently. So, yeah, apparently it's up to a 10-year-old to stop someone probably destroying multiple cities. So here's Maxi. He starts with Mighty Enna. We throw out the Chad, as I said. He's going to batter everyone. Dark type, you're intimidated, ain't doing anything, especially throwing the Toxic early on. We just put that TM on. Watch the damage happen, especially just in case Mighty Enna swaggers. We want to be able to sit back and relax whilst doing some damage. Double kick. Honestly, I thought it'd do more damage. I know double kick's a pretty weak move, but considering an arm thrust of a Pokemon like 5 levels below me knocked out my snood, I hope double kick would do a little more damage. But one more. Toxic always has to kill in a certain amount of moves, so the next damage increment's pretty big. And that, boys and girls, Mighty Enna, sent packing. Who's next? Who's next to take on the mighty Chad? He's gone up to 27. He's feeling himself. Who have you got, Maxi? A camel with a Mohican. Kick it too. Ah, it's pretty strong, to be fair. And he's magnitude, but it's only magnitude 4, so it's not going to do much damage. You look at that and we think we can survive another one. Let's get a Toxic off. You know, get a Toxic, then get Chad out of there. We're all good. He hasn't got much left. Oh. Oh dear. And just like that, down goes Chad. Down goes my heart. Genuinely, that was painful. I hate set mode already. I've never played on set mode, but I already hate it. Prick comes out. To be fair, I feel like at this point I have to forgive Prick because he's done bits for the team since he's actually been here. And it was only a couple Pokeballs, I guess. He absolutely sends camera up the way, points to the sky, says, "That was for you, Chad, bruv. That one was for you." Knocks out a Zubat swiftly after. You want a Supersonic, mate? You've just killed this guy's best mate. Supersonic's not going to do anything when you've just killed his best mate. Take another water gun to the face. And he firms it. And you know what's going to happen next? He's going to heal up, so we're going to have to use another water gun. And then another water gun. But we hit ourselves in the face. And at this point, you know, all my amicableness with Prick's starting to wear off, starting to think, I named you right, didn't I? I really got it right when I named you. But Prick, he's a tank. We may have lost one tank, but we've still got another few standing. He knocks out the Zubat, smashes the ground, says, "Maxi, line up, you're going into the volcano next." I hold Lapras back because I don't want him to get arrested. Maxi, he's having a laugh, but we all know what that really means. He's just hurt his feelings. He's been battered by a 10-year-old. He's been bopped. He's been swiftly sent packing. Archie's buzzing. And I get a free meteorite that I know we're meant to return, but I sure as hell ain't. And on to the big boss fight, I guess. This was actually such an intense battle. And this is probably my favourite battle so far of the series. Even over the Wobbuffet save. Just because of how lucky I get. So Prick comes out early. I'd rather at this point have something like Bubble Beam. But it's just not happening. Water Gun, though, does away with Numal. But those of you who have played this fight will know there's one thing that's going to worry about Prick this whole time. And unfortunately, it's his gender. Prick's a male. Which means he's in trouble because Flannery likes to spam attract. So, I've got an idea to make attract not so good. And you're about to see what it is. But first of all, the fire slug has to be gotten rid of. So, he gets water gunned, we fill up the tank, we hose him down and send him packing. And who's next? Who's next? Yep, they want to remind us about how much we've been hurt. About Chad and how much he hurt. So we send a Peristong his way. Yes, I know. I am a genius. He uses Sunny Day. But I know Sunny Day overheat. I reckon Prick, even as an ice type where it's neutral fire damage, he can probably still firm a couple of those. But still, it's probably better we play it safe and go for some delay. Yeah, I'm starting to think like a proper trainer, aren't I? A proper scumbag. So we use Confuse Ray. I know he's going to switch out before because he still has, or she, don't come after me. But yeah, I know he's going to switch out, but I also know that means that I can get some good scouting on his team, get a bit of damage in. And to be honest, Water Gun's not very strong, so any little bit of increment damage I can get is going to be crucial. That was a misclick. Yes, I look like an idiot, but that was me rushing and it was a misclick. What's also critical is because of Confuse Ray, I can kind of see off the Sunny Day. So it's time to get Lapras out there. Get Kane in. He's made of fire. He was moulded by it. He was never seen the light of day before he saw fire. I know the switch for them was coming as well. In comes Torkoal. And it's another situation. I just want to do increment damage. I just want to get him into that sort of zone where a Dragon Rage or a Water Gun is going to hurt him. So we use Rage. We know it's not going to do much, but Ember is an Ether. He spams Attract as we knew that was coming. Basically means we have to get Kane out of there. This is the point where I look at my team and kind of worry. I don't know if I can get through this, to be honest, but Prick comes back out. We know what we have to do. He tanks a body slam. Worst case scenario. Absolute worst case scenario. He gets paralysed. This means that Torkoal's getting a free hit no matter what. Thankfully, he goes with Sunny Day first, which we know is going to affect the Water Gun. We know it's going to numb it down. We know it's going to numb the pain. But increment damage, as I was saying, we just need to get hopes and dreams in this range, in that kill range. So Destiny and his Tonk Head comes out. He hits the Intimidate. He firms an Overheat. You know what that means? Torkoal's damage range is going down, 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 down. Or it would be, except for these goddamn berries, or white herb this time rather. As usual, Gym Leader's getting bailed out by him, which means I can't use Destiny to tank another Overheat, so Kane has to come in to tank the Overheat this time. So he sends it. Kane, absolute tank. Unfortunately, 49 damage. I would rather not risk even with the harsh special attack drop. Kane, you have to get out of there, lad. I'm sorry. And here's where it gets awkward, because I don't know how many of my Pokemon can tank this Overheat. Hopes and Dreams we believe can. This was me just hoping and praying. So he sends a body slam, does a lot of damage, but not over half, which is crucial. And here's where the big plays come out. Thunderwave has been crucial the whole save. Tanks another body slam. Yes, I left him in crit range. Yes, I left my hopes and dreams in crit range. But here's where it hurts again. Coffin, we hardly knew you. We have to send him to the walls because unfortunately I just didn't want to risk anything else. There might have been a Pokemon that could have tanked another overheat, but I'd rather play it safe with the amount of high level S tier Pokemon I do have. So we take the risk, let Coffin get sacked. In comes Prick. More than anything, he's seen another one of his mates die. It's time to be a scumbag. There's the Parafusion. Torkoal, Flannery, they're fuming. I'm loving it. He hits himself. Here comes another water gun. And we look at that, and you know what that means. That's not health range for them. That's not super potion range. One more water gun. Torkoal, you're dead. And you know what that means. We've got Perish Song. She hasn't got a switch. Which means we just need to kill 3 moves. And we've won. So, how am I going to do it? Honestly, I was not sure. I look at my Pokemon. This is a Cameruptive Overheat. I don't know what can survive it and what can't. I don't think anything there can survive it, to be honest. But he misses. Oh my god, the RNG. If the RNG in the last match wasn't in my favour, by god is it now. We get the Perish Song off, which at very least guarantees my victory. Now I need to choose which Pokemon I'm willing to lose. And it was genuinely very difficult because I like all of these Pokemon. We risked a Confuse Ray. I remembered he hasn't used his Sunny Day yet. I know he's going to go for it again. There's the Confuse Ray. As you saw before, there's the Sunny Day. This is going to be huge now. A, if he misses Overheat, everyone survives. B, if he hits himself, everyone survives. I just need Prick to survive 1 hit. And he hits himself. And here's where the victory music starts playing in my head. Here's where I think, oh yes, boys. Even if he heals, this was king. This was the biggest moment. Prick did just enough damage. That's heal range. I knew the Hyper Potion was coming out, so I sent out Big Whopper. He can get some XP off of this. I know Flannery's an idiot. She used the Hyper Potion. And that, boys and girls, is, in my opinion, the greatest win of the series so far. I know it's been a very short series. I know Emerald's not a particularly hard game to Nuzlocke. But honestly, I was buzzing after that one. I thought for sure one of the big boys was going down there. But through sheer dumb luck, we only lost to Coffin. And I know it's going to hurt between the Edo King and Coffin. That was our poison type quota. But we've got Butterfree who can learn some. We've got Shed Ninja who can learn some. And honestly, I'm just so happy to be through with that fight, because when I'm not Nuzlocking, that Attract Camerupt, or Torkoal rather, absolutely kills me every single time. It's so painful. So she gives us Overheat. And here comes May to somehow ruin my parade by being a clingy little foot. To be fair, at least she gives me the Go Goggles, which means I know that I can get some more encounters. But first things first, we go and see an old lady about an egg. And the egg, to be fair, pays off pretty big time. We get a Trico of our own, which in all of my infinite amounts of imagination, I call it egg, because I had no idea what to call it. And yet again, we go into the maze, and another starter for Alligator, another very good water type. bit of a tank as well. Another tank for the squad. Big jaw Pokemon. I really could have called it Jawbreaker or something, but instead I went for Crocorock because I'm just the most imaginative person in the history of ever. Outside of the big, whatever it's called, fuck off tower, we get a pine cone, so I call it Cone. Up in the mountain, we get a Hitmonlee, so I call it Bruce. I know I'm so energetic, aren't I, boys? But in all honesty, that Flannery fight absolutely drained me. I never expected a kids game could drain me this much. I've played a lot of Pokemon, and this is by far the most intense thing I've done with it. And in honesty, it's also by far one of the most fun things I've done with it. But thanks for coming, boys. That's the end of the episode. Hope you have a good one, and I'll see you next time.